was wide open.
After the turnover.
He's got a man.
Harper going deep. Caught.
Hey, everyone. We got some big recruiting news from over the weekend from a big 5-star athlete that we've been looking at. Came to the Colorado game, had a wonderful time, looked good for us. But first of all, I want to talk about offensive lineman that's going to be out for the second week in a row, and which is Nebraska senior right guard Micah Mazuka, who started the team's first 2 games this season, but got sidelined against the Northern Iowa. That rule called a coach's decision, a last second coach's decision. You know, Nebraska's about to start Big Ten play, open up Friday here against Illinois, and Mizuka's going to be a big loss. To me, Mizuka was our best offensive lineman. I said that in the beginning of the year out of everybody. Micah Mizuka, to me, is our best offensive lineman. He's 6'5", 325 pounds. And so, and he missed the Northern Iowa game, the 34-3 victory. And it's not an injury. It's nothing like that. Rule kind of stated he's working through some things. He's still practicing. He practiced today, and that he still remains on part of the team. But he's not nursing any injuries. He's just working out some things. And I really hope they don't give up on this young man. This is his life. And I hope they give him a chance, not just because we could use him and all that. I think they did fine last weekend without him, but I hate to see whatever it is, take a young man down. I know how it is when you're that young. We all been that young before. Maybe we don't do some of the best things or the smartest things, and you need someone like Rule and your parents and stuff like that to kind of keep you in line when you need to. Not saying that's the problem, but I hope they don't give up on him, whatever it is. I hope they give him every opportunity, and I hope I wish Micah the best. I hope he could get this solved and get back on the team. I think he's got a bright future on Sundays. I think he's going to be probably one of our first offensive linemen off the board. I think he is one of those that will get drafted. So hopefully things will get back on track, and maybe he'll be back on the team and playing when we head to West Lafayette against Purdue. Now, I talked about what I said a minute ago. We had some big recruiting news, big recruiting update, and happened over the weekend, happened not in Lincoln, but happened down in Austin, where Michael Terry III visited Austin and visited Texas game against UTSA, University of Texas San Antonio. He is from San Antonio, which is just a stone's throw away from Austin. And he talked about he had a blast. He was really impressed with not only Texas as a whole, but the receiving core. He kind of made the remark, Texas is probably one of the few schools where the backup receivers come in and they're just as good as the first teamers, that they could be probably first teamers anywhere else in the nation. So he kind of bragged about the depth of how much depth there is there. And that could benefit Nebraska in their favor. It could actually lead to Nebraska's favor because of all that depth that they have in Texas at wide receiver and almost a lot of them positions. But another thing he talked about was how convenient Austin is to San Antonio, where his family can easily make this game, can easily go there, watch the game, be back home before the evening, and be sitting on their couch watching the late games if they wanted to. And I don't know if that's a major issue. I think talking to Michael, he knows good and well to wherever he goes, even if he comes to Lincoln, that his parents and his family can make them games. I don't know how big of a deal it is that they're back home by that evening. He's probably going to have places for them to stay up in Lincoln, where they could stay the weekend or whatever. So I don't know if that's going to be a big issue, but I think he's winding down. I think he might try to take a visit to Oregon. Guys, I know everybody's predicted him to Texas, but I've been one of the few that kind of predicted him to Oregon. Oregon's probably where he could play even sooner, and he really believes that offense fits his style. But I don't leave Nebraska out of it either, because if he comes to Nebraska, he's kind of that young man that wants to make a name for himself. He's kind of that young man that knows he could come in and start right away, and he knows this is a program that is starting to turn around and is going to get on the national media, and he could come in here and be part of that group starting next year. He's seen what we're doing now, so and he loves the atmosphere here. Like he said, there's nothing like Nebraska. How the feel at Nebraska, the fans, the game atmosphere is just a little different, and we all kind of known that. So don't give up too much hope. There's still a chance there. My edge is, yeah, Texas kind of got some points this year. I still kind of leaning, mainly if he does take a trip to Oregon, I'm still kind of leaning towards Oregon. If he does not take a trip back to Oregon, then I feel like then it probably is Nebraska or Texas. But I actually think Nebraska's in second. I really do. I know he really likes it here. I guarantee you, if Nebraska was closer to his family, the decision would probably already been made. But don't be surprised if you don't see him make a decision just out of the blue. There's no time frame right now. I just know he's a man of his word, so he does not want to make a decision and regret it. He wants to wait until when he does make a decision, that's it. That's final. He's not going to back off on it. So when he does make one, that's it. Respect the young man. You know that's what he wants. He knows what he wants in life. So I feel like whatever it is, he's going to do what's best for him. And that's just why I'm probably not leaning towards Texas. I don't see him going to Texas just because family could get there easy. That's why I feel like he's going to go what's best fit for him. And if he's sitting behind a couple of wide receivers, all that, where he's waiting a couple years before he could get on the field, then I just don't think that's going to be a fit for him. That's why I kind of gave the edge a little bit to Oregon. And if not, I give it to Nebraska. I feel like with Nebraska's rise coming up, and I feel like that just being part of that and seeing how the crowd was with Colorado, and if we can know the history of Nebraska and how they did back in the 90s and all that, and to be part of that group, he'd be put on a pedestal, if you know what I mean. So I just feel like it might benefit him here, and he's got a NFL caliber quarterback that's going to be throwing to him in Dylan Raiola, and you even have TJ Lateef coming in as well. So to me, it's not over for Nebraska. I still give my edge, a slight edge to Oregon, but trust me, I think Nebraska's right there. And I think really all three of them are real close, but I feel like it's probably Oregon, Nebraska, and Texas, all of them pretty close. But I feel like he's going to go where it's best for him, fits him, and gets him to that next level. And so that's going to be a big thing. And so, we'll see how it goes from there. Tell me what you think, guys. Tell me in a comment below what you think about this. You think we could grab this young man? Is this something that I mean, how much of a difference maker can he make? I believe this young man, yeah, we got some good wide receivers, but we don't have one at the talent as Michael Terry the third. I know he's considered an athlete, but I feel like he's one of those. He could be like a Hunter type if he really wanted to. He could probably play on both sides of the ball. Not saying he's going to, but I feel like if he does get over here, he's probably going to be a wide receiver, and he's going to be one of those elite receivers that we normally see somewhere on Texas or Ohio State. Probably one we haven't seen here in Lincoln probably since maybe Urban Pryor. If I had to go back, I understand we've had some good ones, Kenny Bell and all that, but none at this caliber. Probably Urban Pryor was probably the last one I could really think of that was probably a first round wide receiver that could go in the draft. So to me, there's still a chance. And tell me what you guys think. Do you think we might get this young man? And like always, if you want to reach out to me at jeff@bigredcountry.net. Like I told everybody, if you want to reach out and like to go to one of the home games, I'm going this Friday for the Illinois game, but that's probably the last one I'll take this year. So the remaining tickets are available, and whoever probably reaches out to me first, I'll probably give it to them. I don't mind giving them away. They just go to waste. Matter of fact, last week's went to waste. No one asked for them. I didn't go to Northern Iowa. I went to the Colorado game. I didn't want to go back-to-back weeks. Like I said, that's a 12-hour drive there, 12-hour drive back. I'm up about 55 plus hours because I got to still get up on Monday and go to work. And I wanted to go, but I just thought, nah, I better not. Friday's a good one to go to because it's on Friday, gives me an extra day to get back. But if after that, someone wants the Wisconsin game or UCLA game, um, what's the next one? Oh, Rutgers. Rutgers is the other one. That'd be the last three. That's home because I got tickets to the Iowa City game, to the Iowa game in Iowa City. So I'm going to go to that one. That's why I probably won't make another game. Like always, guys, if you don't mind, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. It's something that you could do, doesn't cost you a dime, and it really helps my channel get out. And as always, smash that like button. I'll see you guys and talk to you guys in the next video. Go Big Red.